dear friends, this is Grace and welcome to process video number 83 for me. This is going to be one of the many pages that I created in March, and I will make sure to share a video of the 22, I believe I'm on number 22, layouts that I had created for March. So my initial plan for March, and I will make sure to link it up in the description below, was to work with a kit that I had put together from my stash, inspired by the counterfeit kit challenge in the month of March. And I even made sure that I didn't put as many things in my kit because I didn't want to be overwhelmed or bored with the kit. For some reason, I was really inspired by a lot of the videos out there using your own stash, specifically using scraps of paper, and so that kit kind of evolved into what I had initially put in there, and then a bunch of my scraps. Like, I went through a lot of my scrap paper. So this layout in particular is one of those items or one of those pages that I kind of put or used up a lot of scraps and then grabbed a few items in my initial scrapbook kit. So if there's things here that are pretty old and I don't remember which line or which manufacturer it is from, I apologize for that. But if I do remember it, where it came from, I will definitely mention it. So this orange strips of paper that I'm cutting, they're from Chic Tags, and I think they're from a summer line. And then the background paper is just the backside of a card or a pattern paper that I got from Michael's. It's one of those recollection packs. And then the kind of grayish paper that I use to mat all my photos is, I believe it's from Studio Calico. And then these papers that I'm cutting up, the one on the bottom and then this green one is from LE Studios. I think it's the Cameron line or it's the summer line. And the scallop trim is from Target that I had purchased a few months ago. And then this cut apart sheet that I used from the top and the bottom, it's from an old fall line that I can't even remember anymore. So anyways, sorry, it kind of crooked. My little guy pushed it aside. And now I'm going to be adding some flowers. I'm just going to add it in 3 different places. It was initially, the page was initially based off of a sketch challenge, and the sketch had some flowers on there, and so I decided to pull my stash of flowers. And this page was, it felt really good to work on this because I was able to use a lot of the stuff that I already have. As you can remember, my one little word for this year is sufficient, and so having to use the items in my scrapbook room and not having to go out and buy things just to put in a page on a page just makes me feel good and makes me feel that I'm really working towards the goal of sufficient, that what I have is enough. And yeah, that is it. I don't know what I was thinking to add to that. Anyways, here I'm just committing to all of the items on my page, and so the bottom part, I'm going to add my handwritten journaling on there, and I'm just going to type up all the things that I remember about these photos. This is, of course, a travel picture when my in-laws came to town for my son's baptism. We took them kind of sightseeing all over the place, and there's a little town up north of us. Well, it's actually west, but up in the mountains that's very close to our city, and it has a main street. It has a bunch of fun stuff in there, so we took them there and just kind of browsed around the stores. And my title would be Walking Around Main Street, and I had wanted to use 2 different sticker sheets for this layout, and I figured that the best way for me to do that was to create a long title. And so this big or larger stickers are from the Remarks line of American Crafts, and then the smaller ones are Teresa Collins. It's just from 12 by 12 sticker sheet. And so the Remarks stickers from American Crafts are very thin, and sad to say that the stickiness of those stickers are not very strong anymore. So I'm going to end up just running straight stitch through those stickers with my um, sewing machine, just so that I can make sure that they don't move around when I am done putting them, or when I eventually put them in my albums. And so I layered two different kinds of flowers, one white and then a bluish one. I think the blue is from Recollections, not American Crafts, Michaels. And then the white one is from Inspired by Stamping, which is an online shop. And I'm also using some brads from Studio Calico. And the brads doesn't have any rhyme or reason. I just did that just because I thought that it would be perfect to add to the centers of flowers. And so it really makes me feel good to use up flowers and brads in this layout, because for some reason these items are not in my kind of go-to elements or embellishments recently. So for me to bust them out and actually use them on a page made me feel really accomplished. So I am almost done with this page. I have my pictures and my title and most of the embellishments, and so I'm just going to be working on trying to dress up the page and adding a few more elements that is connected to the sketch that I am basing it off of. And I believe I'm going to work on adding some stickers on there. And so one of them I'm going to just pop up a little bit, and I'm using some fun foam. I got that idea from Jennifer Maguire, where you can use fun foam instead of your normal foam or 3D adhesive. And I really like that, just because the fun foam is not too thick, that when I put them in the albums, they don't get too bulky. And I really like that fact, because when you put a lot of two bulky layouts together, I'm sure you've experienced that, where there's bulkiness all over the place, and so the pages, when they're all together, kind of warps in places that you don't want them to warp. So I'm adding just some photo corner stickers there, and as you can see, I was going to put them two on the top and two on the bottom, but the left side, my title was flushed all the way to the edge of that pattern paper, so I ended up just adding the photo corner sticker on one of the photos, which is fine by me. And here I am. The sketch called for some pen lines around the three elements, and so I am just grabbing my circle cutter from Creative Memories and a pen also from Creative Memories, and I'm just adding some pen stitching. I do mess it up a little bit on the right side, and I am going to cover that up with a few more stickers. And I think I am almost done. Just need to add a few more things, that sticker to cover that up. And I think I made a mistake as well on the bottom circle, and I just added a chipboard there. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Please subscribe if you haven't, and hit the like button, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.